What sets him apart, Kenny?
Well, he's patient. You know, that's the difference. Well, he keeps these games and seasons in perspective. He looks at the big picture, not the small picture, and he's adaptable. Adaptability is one of the hardest things for a coach to do because sometimes they get set in their ways and say, this is the way we're going to play. But then all of a sudden you make 3 or 4 trades and you say, well, should we still play that way? He says, yes, we will be adaptable and change our styles.
We've all heard this phrase before, defense wins championships. Popovich, all about defense. He's very sound with his overall defensive approach, and he can really build schemes. His strategies are effective, and they slow down the other team's star.
For my money, not just one of the best NBA coaches of all time, he's one of the best coaches of all time in any professional sport.
That's pretty.
I agree, Ernest.
He's had season
I'm
after
trying to
season
think of him. I'm trying to think.
At the highest level. That does it for us for now. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later.
And now, your San Antonio Spurs starting lineup. At point guard, at 6'3", number 25, Donald Sloan. The other guard, standing 6'5", number 1, Lance Stevenson. At the center position, 7 feet, number 40, Tony Zeller. A 6'11" forward from Texas, number 12, the L-Train, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Get ready, win. Yeah, come on.
A 6'7" forward from San Diego State, number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Your head coach is Greg Popovich. Once again, your San Antonio Spurs.
Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. First game of this trip here for the Pelicans. They're hoping to start it off with the W. And Of course, they're looking forward to the return of Greg Monroe.
And I don't think anybody expected them to be playing this well in his absence, guys. Somehow, they haven't really seemed to miss him at all. I was sure there'd be some kind of drop-off.
Well, you know, we knew they had depth, but you're right. Surprising how well they've weathered that loss. Nevertheless, though, I'm sure they're eagerly looking forward to him getting back into the lineup.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Evans and Gordon are the guard set. Cooper is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3, the small forward. The Spurs shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
For your Spurs, Marcus Aldridge. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Gordon, the pass to Cooper. Davis kicks to Cephalosha. And the pass to Cooper. And that one's drained from the low block. Cooper's got his second basket.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
And the basket good. Zeller's got his first basket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Sloan kicks to Aldridge. To the middle. Here's Zeller. And that one is hammered home.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then. And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
On defense, the Pelicans. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
Here's Evans, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. Another one falls for New Orleans.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Evans with the steal. By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Cephalosha misses. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against Golden State.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Evans passes to Cooper. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Spurs trail by 4. Leonard with the screen on Evans. Zeller dishes to Stevenson. Aldridge can't get it to go. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Cephalosha passes to Cooper. Evans outside. New Orleans moving the ball around. And he gets the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
They get it back.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the basket by Gordon.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Here's Sloan. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Aldridge slams it in.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Good. Sloan's got his first points of the game.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And, Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up for the Spurs dance team.
Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Anthony Davis, number one.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Spates checked in for Cody Zeller. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Robert Covington's checked in for Leonard. And it's Green in for Lance Stevenson. Now here's Evans. He had 10 points in the win against Golden State.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
And Sloan kicks to Anderson. Spates sets a screen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
New Orleans leading by 6. Evans kicks to Anderson. Here's the screen. Cooper the pass to Evans. Fades back. And it's Cooper missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Covington. To the middle. Oh, that's blocked. And here's the fast break. Watson leading the way. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pelicans.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And both free throws good for Tyreke Evans. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Sloan. He dishes it to Anderson. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Here's Anderson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Dishes to Spates. No good. Excellent D there from Cooper. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Denver Nuggets.
What had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. New Orleans on top, up by 11. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, without question. He talked about the responsibility that comes with that role.
In every aspect, it's a challenge for us.
Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? And if so, what does that do to LaMarcus Aldridge's game?
And, Kevin, that's what's going to be so interesting to find out. Now, some players, they really relish in that situation. They rise to that occasion. Others, I don't want to say they wilt under the pressure, but they're just not comfortable in that environment. And in the NBA, you get to do it on TV and in front of thousands in person.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Smooth sailing from an offensive standpoint thus far.
No other way to put it, Greg. They've made it really look easy so far.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Anderson. Then it's Lance Stevenson. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Spates in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. And a change for the Pelicans. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Tyreke Evans. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Spurs trail by 9. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors had a huge game. He finished with 54 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you? Covington's checked in for Leonard. And it's Green in for Donald Sloan. Stevenson dishes to Anderson. Zeller, a screen on Anderson. Over in the corner, Green. Here's Zeller. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Evans kicks to Anderson. Passes it to Acey. Here's Cooper. From the top of the key, he buries it. Cooper's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pelicans. The Spurs have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Anderson against Anderson. And Anderson kicks to Zeller. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Anderson passes to Acey. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Pass to Cooper. Watson kicks to Anderson. The three-pointer, no good.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one almost always deadly when he's that open.
And stolen by Zeller. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Finished off the break. Zeller's got 12 points in the game.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that, he has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Anderson against Anderson. And here's Covington from the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Evans. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Covington dishes to Zeller. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Ripped away. Here's Cooper. Off target from the wing.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
And so we conclude the first half. Pelicans lead by 15. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, you haven't seen much work put in off the bench thus far. When we see that second unit after the break, what are you hoping to see from them?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. And just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll see, Coach. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Spurs trail by 15. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Evans and Gordon are the guard set. Davis is out there with Cooper. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. Leonard attacking Zeller. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 14 points for Cody Zeller.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And Davis gets it to go.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Kicks it out to Leonard. And it's San Antonio with another.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Evans against Leonard. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. The rebound by Cooper. Pelicans leading by 15. Davis the pass to Evans. Here's Cooper from the arc. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Here's Sloan, covered by Evans, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Zeller. He's got 14 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And so Zeller nails both of them. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Wasted no time on that one. 24 points for Freak.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Evans with it. Leonard picks him up. Evans outside. New Orleans moving the ball around. Cooper with the bucket.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Evans outside. To the inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
That doesn't go either for Aldridge.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Sloan, covered by Evans. And Sloan kicks to Spates. Stevenson outside. Great D that time from Cooper.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Inside. They get a hand on it. Spates. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Spates has got 7 points.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Pelicans 4th.
Boy, they had so many guys with quick feet and quick hands on that team. I mean,
a different look now for San Antonio. Anderson, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Green in for Lance Stevenson. Outside Gordon. Cooper against Anderson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Robert Covington's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Spurs have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Sloan, covered by Evans. Here's Sloan, 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Pelicans pull it in. Cooper's got his 3rd rebound tonight. He feeds it to Evans. And there's the pass to Cooper. They swipe it. And they're running. Here's Green. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Spurs trail by 18. They've got Anderson. Robert Covington out there with Green. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Aldridge in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5. Green, the screen. 5 to shoot. Anderson dishes to Aldridge. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Aldridge has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Spurs. The feed to Davis. Kicks it to Gordon. Pass to Cooper. There's a good screen. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
On the wing, Green. Defended by Gordon. Aldridge. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jump.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it. Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Spurs trail by 19. Green kicks to Aldridge. Green against Gordon. Now, here's Green, guarded closely. There's the dish to Covington. It's stolen by Allen. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Allen leading the charge. It's blocked. Anderson outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Outside Leonard. Fires it up. And the Spurs scoring again. Pelicans leading by 17. Outside Davis. They set the pick. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up for the Spurs dance team.
And the Spurs with some changes. Spates checked in for Kyle Anderson. Lance Stevenson comes in for Robert. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Sloan passes to Aldridge. Spates sets a screen. Aldridge with a screen on Allen. Rejected by Cooper. Feeds it to Cephalosha. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Spates sets a screen. And Sloan kicks to Spates. The Spurs working the ball around now. And Aldridge slams it in.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Allen outside.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Off the pick. Rebound San Antonio. Spates has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And good on the basket. Book it. 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Cephalosha dishes to Allen. Here's Cooper using his post move to get the 2 points. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Freak. That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Spurs, Maurice Spates. Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Looking at the game for Spates. He's got 8 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
New Orleans making a switch here. Evans is checked in. Passes it to Cooper. The 19-foot shot. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Stevenson passes to Aldridge. And Davis sends it back. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Stevenson kicks to Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. Shot clock at 6.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Down low, Spates. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Got that one up quick. 45 points for Freak.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
To the wing right side. From deep three-point range, can't hit. And the Spurs going the other way now.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pelicans.
They really had it going, Clark. Their offense propelled them.
Yeah, in this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the General. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. To the middle. Here's Cooper. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.